Now, what would be the most affordable option to get a system with all the latest features like DLSS 4, path tracing? Let's try to do the math and probably build a best value for money PC for 2025. Let's start with the RTX 5060 Ti Prime from ASUS. Now, before I go ahead, I'd like to really thank ASUS for helping us making this video, and there are some things that I have to say. Number one, their build quality is decent. And now, keeping in mind the Prime model is their so-called value variant, and even this has really high quality and silent fans. Dual fan axial tech cooling, that's what they call it. Now, another thing that most people don't know is that everybody says ASUS boards is a premium, but what they don't know is the quality of the subcomponents and even soldering is better than most other brands. Even the capacitors they use, they say it's military grade stuff. It also uses just 2.5 slots, so if you're looking for a small form factor build, you should definitely check out the Prime model. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about performance. You probably already know about DLSS, ray tracing, and NVIDIA Reflex. But does that also work with the RTX 5060 Ti? The answer is a resounding yes. And that's exactly why we chose this card. As most modern games are now built around DLSS, it's become the most common AI upscaling technology in the industry. NVIDIA is clearly leading the way. So, with the new 5060 Ti, you're getting DLSS 4 and all the latest bells and whistles like Reflex, path tracing, and even multi-frame gen. You can see how this affects heavy games like Cyberpunk 2077 or Flight Simulator. Frames are smooth even at higher settings. And guess what? Even at 2K. Now, ray tracing looks amazing. It always does. And this card handles it without killing your performance. Reflex keeps everything feeling fast and responsive with minimum input lag, especially if you're the kind of guy who's playing competitive games like Fortnite, if it's competitive, that is, Modern Warfare. So yeah, and if you didn't already know, they've completely built DLSS this time around. DLSS 4 uses a transformer model similar to that used in ChatGPT. The new version can prioritize important and tricky areas of a game, making images more detailed, especially with surfaces like translucent panels, background NPCs. And here are the benchmark comparisons on your screen in different games with DLSS and ray tracing on. Literally 4 times better performance thanks to multi-frame gen. Again, this feature is exclusive to the 50 series, which helps create almost 3 additional frames for every rendered frame. Now, some games are actually unplayable at higher resolutions without AI upscaling. And if you're still not convinced, watch this video on our channel. Here in this video, we break down how the entire gaming industry is moving towards AI-driven rendering. So basically, if your GPU doesn't support DLSS or any AI upscaling, you're probably looking at almost unplayable games in the next few years, especially at higher resolutions. But with the 50 series, you won't need to upgrade for the next 4 years easily. Why? Because most AAA games are optimized to run on current gen consoles, which for now are PS5 and Xbox X, which has performance similar to 2070 Super 3060 range. That means the 5060 Ti is leagues ahead, almost 2 generations ahead. So until consoles like the PS7 come out, your PC will play anything that drops, even GTA 6. Another big advantage is, of course, productivity. Now, if you're into content creation, video editing, or even 3D rendering, the 5060 Ti is the best option in the budget. Software like DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Creative Suite, these softwares are using more and more AI accelerated features. Now, NVIDIA's latest architecture is built to take advantage of them. So whether you're gaming or editing, this GPU delivers, especially when you compare it to 20 series, 10 series, and the benchmarks are on your screen. So, long story short, if there's one GPU around 40K, that is probably a do-it-all, it's the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB. Definitely the ASUS Prime version. Talking about the rest of the build, RAM and storage are subjective. 32GB is kind of a safe option at this point. And again, SSD depends on what you're going to store. You can put 4TB, a 2TB. A 3-tier storage is always useful. You can go for an NVMe for your boot OS and your applications, hard drive for your dump, and maybe a regular SATA SSD for caching. Talking about the CPU, the Ryzen 9800X 3D, best single core performance. You can go lower, but this has better performance than even the most expensive CPUs you can buy. This means better FPS in gaming and also smoother workflows in productivity tasks which utilize your cache. And if you don't have the budget, then Ryzen 5 9600 should work, which can definitely be upgraded later. But for this video's benchmarks, we're using 9800X 3D. Talking about the motherboard, pretty basic. Make sure that all of it supports the rest of the components. The ASUS B650M gaming, DDR5 support, multiple NVMe slots, 4 DIMM slots for future RAM upgrades, you're set. Talking about the cooler, if you're going for 9600, then work on stock cooler should be fine. For the X3D version, 9800X 3D version, a good cooler like the AG400 or even a better one will keep it cool during long hours of storage. Talking about the power supply, like we always tell you, we're going to be saying add up all the total TDP of power draw and multiply that by 1.5 times. It's a better option to go for gold rated supplies. Reputed brands like Deepcool, Corsair and the like will be good. We made an entire video about how RMA stacks up in between different brands, so you can check that. And finally, talking about your cabinet, it's totally your choice, bro. Make sure it has good airflow, fits your motherboard, fits your graphic card, and you're set. And all of this should cost you about 1 to 1.2 lakh rupees, and you can pretty much do anything you want with this system. Maybe not launch rockets, but yeah. And not just gaming at 2K, you can literally run AI models locally. You can build games, you can do high-end color grading, VFX, anything, and if you're that crazy. Having said all of that, if you're still confused on what to get, try reaching out to us through our website or visit one of our stores across the country. Thank you for watching. Cheers.